Hey guys, Chef's Tech Cars here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Turo, where there is one major flaw that you should know before using. And today, I'm going to be telling you guys all about that. Now, if you don't know, Turo is a online rental car business. It's basically like Airbnb for cars. You can put your own car up there and then other people can rent your car. It's a great idea, and it's a great way for car enthusiasts to share their car with other car enthusiasts. And even if you don't like car enthusiasts, it's a great way to skip the rental car counter and get in a car really fast and easy. I wouldn't really call this problem a flaw. I would really call it an issue, because comparing it to other normal rental car companies, it's definitely something that should be fixed with Turo. Now, before I get to that issue, I want to disclose just one thing. I have not used Turo just yet. We are planning to this summer. We already have a car booked for this summer, so that will be my first time trying Turo. But I found out about this issue when planning our trip to Miami. We usually rent some really cool exotic car every year. One year we rented a 911, and one year we rented a Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. They're both really cool cars. We usually rent them from Enterprise Exotics. Enterprise has an exotic car lineup that you have to be over 25 to rent from. We usually rent it from there, and I decided to try out Turo, and when we were booking it, I found this issue that definitely should get fixed. So, without further ado, let's pop over to my iPad and let me show you that issue. We are on Turo's website right now. So I wanted to show you two things. So if you book Turo, you book a car through Turo just like any other normal rental car company. It doesn't work any differently. You choose where you're going to rent it, from what date to what time. For example, we were going to do the dates for our Miami trip upcoming this April. So as you can see, we want to rent the car for a good 48 hours, from April 19th to April 21st. And we want to pick up the car around noon and return it around noon. And so, you can see we have the hotel's address in there, so they can deliver to the hotel, which is awesome. And as you can see, they have a bunch of choices. And they have normal cars, but they also have, one thing about Turo is that they also have awesome exotic cars. So you can see that you can rent from a 650 horsepower Lamborghini Aventador, or a 720 horsepower Aventador, a 2012 Aventador, to Rolls-Royce Cullinans, to Urises, to a Rolls-Royce Ghost, AMG GT, another Aventador, a Huracan, a McLaren 720S, Rolls-Royce Dawn, Ferrari 488, a bunch of choices, a California Ferrari, Aston Martin V8 Vantage. However, my mom usually likes to spend around $350 a day on a car, for example, for this trip. She doesn't let me go anything over, so $350 a day. And one of the cars I was considering was all the way at the bottom, which I found this one, this was the one that we were going to be booking. My mom loved the 911, so I found a 2017 Porsche 911 for $319 a day. Now, keep in mind, the owner of this is the owner. It's probably a company due to all the trips and everything. So J. Paul is probably a company, and they're using Turo to promote their company. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, as you can see, this car has done 42 trips, meaning that 42 people have driven this car, but I honestly don't care about that. And one great thing about Turo is that they can deliver to a certain location. So they can deliver to the airport, they can deliver, or you can go and pick up from their location, but as well as they can deliver to a specific address. So for us, we would deliver it to our hotel. We would pay that $120, and they would deliver to the hotel. So, but before I click that continue button, I want to show you, this is Enterprise's website. Now, Enterprise doesn't really have the insane selection like Turo does, but they do have a good selection like Maserati Ghiblis, Range Rovers, Teslas, Cadillac Escalades, ESVs, Mercedes-Benz S450s, etc. But, as you can see, Turo is already winning on the cost side per day. This is $325 a day. However, this 911 is $319 a day. By the way, this 911 is an awesome Miami blue with the competition wheels. Those look amazing. This car is a nice looking, great looking car, and it's a good car to rent. I'm guessing this car is probably going to be around the same thing. The last time we rented a 911 from Enterprise, it was a white with black interior, so it was a pretty cool car. So as you can see, $324 per day. In total, this car is going to come out to $701.62. However, my mom has a Enterprise Plus membership thing, so she gets the car for around $100 off, so $601.62, but we're going to stick to the $701 price because that's what every average person pays without that membership. Now, let's go click continue on the Turo 911, and let's see what it comes out to. Give it a second. As you can see, this car is going to come out to $834.63 with a $750 deposit. Now, you might be wondering, why in the world is the Turo 911 way more expensive than the Enterprise 911? Now, and I'll get to that in a minute, but I thought I'd done something wrong. But this is the flaw or issue with Turo's website. Now there's again the total per day of both all the days and the taxes and everything are $472 per day, but it comes out to $834 per day comparing to Enterprise, which is $701. However, for my mom with her membership, it was almost $200 more. So why is it $200 more for the total? I'm going to explain that right now. The reason why that Turo is so much more expensive than Enterprise is because of one thing: insurance. Now, normally, rental car companies like to sell you insurance or whatever because you can get a good deal on the car, etc. I mean, most rental car companies sell insurance for various interesting reasons. But Turo also sells insurance because, again, it's a rental car platform. When you book a car normally, for example, we're going to continue with this exotic theme, you use your insurance that you use on your cars, whether that will be State Farm, Geico, Safety, etc. You use your insurance to cover the car just in case if you do get into an accident. However, Turo does it a little bit differently than every normal rental car exotic company like Enterprise Exotics. Turo has insurance provided by Liberty Mutual, I believe. However, this insurance automatically goes onto the cars. Now, I might be saying, well, that's not that big of an issue. You have to have insurance to drive a car. Well, the issue is that you can't remove it. So no matter what, if you want to use your insurance on these cars, you have to use their insurance, and then you use your insurance after you choose their insurance. There is no way you can't do Turo's insurance. You have to use it no matter what. So that means when you're driving, if you book the car and drive it, you're basically driving on two coverages of insurance, which is basically like putting two pairs of socks on. It just doesn't work. Now, there are a couple of reasons why Turo would have done this. Number one is that there's mainly one reason. Number one is they don't want these highly expensive cars. For example, that 911 has got to be around $120,000. They don't want someone taking that $120,000 911 and then crashing it to a palm tree on Miami Boulevard. I just don't think that that's something that Turo wants to encounter, which is why they have the insurance mandatory, just so that no matter what, if you do crash the car, a good outcome occurs. Which I'm saying that if you do crash that car like that, I don't know why you're going to be renting in the first place. Number two, to rent these type of cars, you have to be over 25 years old, sometimes over 30 years old on Turo. Now, Turo, just letting you know, I bet 95% of the 30-year-olds out there who rent these types of cars are car enthusiasts and actually know how to drive a fast car. So I have a feeling that they won't get into a crash. There's a very small little chance that they will be able to get in a crash because they know how to properly maintain control of a 400 horsepower 911. or any car, whether that would be a 500 horsepower Lamborghini or a 200 horsepower BMW. They know how to drive a luxury car like that, as well as they're the ones spending over the $350 a day on that specific type of car. Normal people don't really care what rental car they have. They either want a sporty Mustang convertible, or they want the most economy Nissan Versa in the Hertz parking lot. They would go with one of those options. But for car enthusiasts, we like to have fun with cars and like to enjoy driving, which is why we like to rent fast, sporty, luxury cars and spend excess amounts of money on them, because we like to drive and experience different types of cars that we may not be able to afford for quite a while. So the most people that actually buy these cars have insurance, is what I'm just trying to say. They have insurance and they know how to drive. So if they do know how to, since they all know how to drive, there's no need, Turo, for you to automatically provide that insurance. Have an option to just tick it off and have you use your insurance and have the owner approve of that insurance upon arrival, etc. Because I have a feeling that would be a much better way to actually rent a Turo, and much rather reduce the price and rival other exotic car companies, like with Enterprise and their exotics company. With Enterprise, obviously it's different. Any 25-year-old, if they can afford it, can rent that car and drive it on their insurance, etc. So that's the main issue that Turo has to solve. It's not just Miami, and it's not just exotic cars. It's all cars mainly on the Turo platform. The only one I hasn't found that stupid fee with the insurance is Massachusetts for some random reason. But I tried 5 other places and they all had that insurance fee on normal cars and as well as at exotic cars, which is kind of strange. So that's the main issue that Turo has to fix. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's kind of a different type of video, but I thought I would bring it out there to anyone who is thinking about renting on Turo. Just think about that type of price and whether if it's worth it for you or not. Will I rent off of Turo Exotics in the future? Definitely, 100%. However, we already done it this summer, but for other locations with this type of price, I would much rather just do Enterprise Exotics, unless if I was renting some type of Lamborghini or Ferrari, then I would probably go off Turo. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below what you guys thought of this video, and as well as what car would you rent off Turo. See you guys next time. As always, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, and as always, peace out.